Hey, what's up, guys? Finally had some time where the kids aren't home and I could actually record a little bit. So, as you can see, I got the motor fully disassembled. It's very hard to record without a stand, and so that's why I wasn't able to really show you guys much of this. I'm just, trying to take you guys along step by step of what I'm doing. But I did get the motor fully disassembled. This motor is definitely gonna need to be like repainted because the motor must have been dirty and then the guy just repainted it. I seen that cigarette in the motor and that's what made me, you know, go ahead and disassemble everything. I got the pistons all in order. Don't worry, I didn't take them out all sloppily. It's numbered 4321. That's how I took them out. That's how I laid them out. This was just a piston I cleaned up just to see the difference. I am gonna reuse the pistons. They are in good condition. I'm just gonna buy new rings. Even the bearings are in okay. But as I was saying, even the bearings are in pretty decent condition. They're not like insane or completely discolored or anything. For the most part, they're in really good condition. So, me being cheap, I found a eBay kit. There's one for 100, there's one for 200, there's one for 280. But the other ones, they some of the kits just have way too much. Like the one kit that was like 285, it was literally piston, rings, gaskets, water pump, oil pump, and that's great for someone who needs all of that stuff. I don't actually need all of that. My water pump back here is it's hard to see on camera, but it it does spin freely. It's not like binding or anything. It spins really smooth. The kit comes with a new gasket, which is what I need. And the same thing pretty much with the oil pump. It wasn't like locked up or stuck or making any weird noises. It's really smooth, just how it should be. Just comes with new gaskets for that. The clutch was in good condition. I think my guess, and I know it's not good to just guess with these motors, but my guess is that the motor has never been actually taken apart because everything inside internally in the motor was in really really good condition. I mean, let me see if I could show you a bearing. These can't focus it with one hand. Hold on, I'm gonna switch hands with this camera here so then I could focus. But yeah, there is discoloration in there. You can see it has been worn, but it was identical on all of the bearings. It's not like one bearing was worn with that pattern. They were all identically worn the same way. Um, the crankshaft is actually in really good condition. I'm not sure if the camera is going to pick that up, but the crankshaft was pretty mint. I could actually turn this light. It's just an annoying light to deal with. But there we go. The crankshaft is in really good condition. Like normal wear signs. Nothing crazy. So yeah, I got everything disassembled. Damn watch. Everything's disassembled. The head bolts are out. I actually ordered some valve, like I guess the head bolts that go for that are for the valve. That came in. I had ordered a valve compressor tool, but it was for a VTEC motor, so the spacing is just the dimensions are a little off, so it isn't working. I made some cleaner with some secret ingredients, and that thing is definitely doing the trick. I don't know if you guys seen the video before, but this was brown, and this was just 10 minutes of messing with it, trying to clean it up. But today I'm gonna remove all the rings and get the pistons all cleaned up, and then the kit comes with rings, bearings for the rods, bearings for the crank. I might go out to Advanced Auto today and pick up some plastic gauge so I could do my measurements. I was cleaning up the top of this, the where the head gasket, the mating circuit goes, a little bit with a razor. I didn't want to get too crazy because it's it's different. And for all those guys out there that say, oh, you have to go to a machine shop and blah, 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 I get it. You guys are very, 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 very precise and hard into things. But I've worked on dirt bikes, which I know is different, and a lot of you guys are going to say is different. But especially two-stroke bikes, which rev a lot higher than these cars, you cannot make mistakes when it comes to mating surfaces with gaskets and stuff like that because of the high RPMs of a two-stroke. And that was the first real motor I took completely apart, and that's a 95 KX125, and I didn't have any air leaks or anything, so I'm pretty sure my hand skills are very precise. I didn't grow up with all the money and, tools that everyone else had. I've built my way up with what I have, and I've gotten really good at what I use. Like, I could show you some magic with one of these Brillos. Well, what is it? Starbright, whatever. Um, but other than that, on to the car note. Whoa, what the hell? This thing is, I don't know what's going on with this light. There we go-ish. I don't know. That light's all screwed up. But I gotta get this light, like, aimed over here better. There we go. But for the engine bay, it definitely gives me time to address some of these wires. So I'm not doing a full-on wire tuck right now. I'm getting this stuff out of the way. The stuff that I don't need, I'm getting out of the way. I do want to do an ABS, and I am in the process of, as you guys seen, the power steering delete, which is under there. I just gotta take out the fittings that I didn't need and loop the ones over and tie them down. That's good. I'm just, getting rid of this jumbo wire, and then I got to remove the bumper and deal with the AC stuff. Like I said before in the videos, I don't even know if I'm 100% keeping this car. I would like to, but it all depends on how things wind up with the paperwork and stuff like that. But yeah, I just thought I'd make a quick little video to show you guys what's gonna happen. I do have a little friendly competition coming up. My brother, he keeps telling me to get a B20, like from the JDM site. It's like $400. He's like, just get a B20. B20s are better. He's like pulling up these videos of B20s, and he's like, I'll get a B20 and turbo mine and smoke you and this and that. And I'm like a specs guy and performance, like, so I'm like I did my research. I've been doing my research as I always do. And I hear the same things about the motors. I hear that the B20 has its weak points, and then you got those people that say no replacement for displacement and stuff like that. And I'm going with the b18a1 because, one, it's what was in the car. I didn't go out looking for this motor. It's what was in the car. It has low compression, which is good for boosting. The cylinders, it doesn't have the same weak point here like the B20 does. I admit the B20 is, you got more displacement, but I believe I'm gonna come out on top because I've done my research and I'm very hands-on, and I'll get it done. So with that note, once this thing is up and running and I have it on the road and all that stuff, there will be a little race at the end of all this. Hopefully he has his car, he has a couple of situations he has to handle, as do I. I just figured, get the motor done. At least if I get the motor done, whether I keep the car or not. It's not that it wouldn't matter. I love the car, but if I get the motor done and it's complete and ready to go, if I get a car, I could just drop in the motor. I This guy for some reason gave me like a million mounts. Like this car came with mounts from like multiple car swaps or something, or he was just buying cars trying to take things apart and just kept taking out mounts and then saying forget about it. But there's a bunch of mounts up there that I got. But I found out a little information. These are actually true hard suspension. It's like everyone says it's cheap, which I mean they're definitely making more money than me because $500 suspension to me is not cheap on my budget. I mean, could I afford it? Yeah, of course I could afford it. I could go out and buy a new set, but I'm gonna, for the most part, see what's good. I know the back ones. I know these ones here are good. I was able to get the bolts off and stuff. I'm ordering some spanner wrenches, but if I could save these and use them, that's good. Because like I said, I paid $400 for this car, so I mean that's a plus. And I think there's aftermarket camber in the front and rear. Not too sure, but I still got to order the rear brakes. I have one good one, so I might just order one. Who knows? But I like to get things in sets. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and order that kit. It was like 80 or $90. It comes with a full graphite gasket set, the rings, and a full bearing set, and that's all I need because I'm just putting it together back as a stock motor. I'm just cleaning it up. I'm probably gonna reuse the bolts because I have the paperwork from when this car was purchased. Like this car wasn't purchased from like some young kid. It was actually purchased from like an older guy who bought it from a dealership with low miles. I'm pretty sure somewhere along the lines a young kid got to it and probably thought he was fast or whatever, but for the most part these motors are bulletproof. Like you'd have to do some real stupid stuff to break these motors. Well, that's just what I believe. I mean, I'm the guy that argued that off-brand bikes were just as good as Honda, and no one, that everyone disagreed until I got an off-brand bike and my bike outlasted. I did regular maintenance on my bike. I took care of everything. I Loctited my bolts that needed to be Loctited. I used chain lube and I take care of my stuff. Like so, I'm gonna get all this cleaned up. I'll try to get a stand so I can at least like record while I'm cleaning something because you guys are gonna see I really go into detail with cleaning things, especially when it comes to parts, dirt bikes, cars, ATVs, whatever. I really get into like crevices, and for all you guys that, like to see things tidied up and clean, I definitely do. There's a guy named like Cameron Namila who does this with dirt bike parts, and it's like addictive to watch. But I'll probably set up something, maybe just a stick and a rubber band around the phone, whatever works, and then I'll get some video footage up of me doing something. And for the head, I'm just using some paint thinner for the sides. Same thing for here. I'm going to watch out for the aluminum parts because I know paint stripper is very strong and harsh on aluminum. So I'm going to get that done probably today and get all that off. Same thing with the tranny. That thing's still filled with cleaner. I'm going to power wash that out, and yeah, this is where I'm at so far. Any comments? Anything you guys want to ask or things you want to let me know, please don't call me like stupid or something. But I mean, I guess I can't control what you say. But try to keep I try to keep negativity to a minimum. I don't like negative comment, and I'm not going to sit there and argue back and forth with you. But if anyone has anything nice or educational to say, leave it in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, would like to be, click that subscribe button. And thanks again for joining me on this little project.